Einen wunderschönen guten Abend, meine sehr verehrten Damen und Herren. Wir freuen uns, Sie begrüßen zu dürfen zu einer neuen Episode von Journey to the Chateau in Saint-Bodel hier in Frankreich. Und diese Woche, am letzten Wochenende, sind wir zum Tee beim Château de Lalande gewesen und es war fantastisch.
Bonsoir à tous, bienvenue à Journey to the Château de Colombe in Saint-Bodel.
Et notre visite au Château de Lalande. And now to our English-speaking friends around the world. You did not steal it from me this time.
I didn't, you got it.
Welcome to another episode of Journey to the Chateau. Thank you for being here, and we visited the Château de Lalande with Stephanie and Philip, and Jane organized the whole wonderful afternoon, and it was magical.
It's very well timed.
That would be Patrick.
So you're a big part
He's
of
the
it.
he's the big bow maker. I mean, he did all of our Christmas bows and things. Yeah.
I love making bows. That is a lot of fun. Bows. That is.
I love a good bow.
Yes.
This is a particularly good bow.
It was really funny because I found this peacock ribbon.
Yes.
And then in your blog you had the exact same ribbon. It was very
Yes.
funny.
Yeah.
Someone sent it to us, and we were able to put some on the tree
Yes,
as well.
it was great, and it was so pretty. And I had a school project in somewhere in the early 80s.
Yes.
And it was supposed to be a plate that had to be decorative but usable. So then I thought, okay, I'm going to make a plate with for cookies. So and then so it's the peacock with the body as a handle
No.
in it. So I always love when and then your love for peacocks like
Yes.
too. They're magnificent, but yours I've never heard screaming.
So they do occasionally, more so towards the end of summer. But no, they're pretty quiet.
Yeah.
They're not a bother at all. Our cockerels, we can't say the same thing for. They could be a right pest in the mornings. But the peacocks, no hassle at all. This looks beautiful. What I can see. Oh, it's stunning. You made this?
Yeah, I designed that was the toile de Jouy that I created on our vlog, and I had it made into a plate.
It is absolutely beautiful. Philip, you have to look at this. I cannot believe you made this. You designed it, the toile de Jouy that they made on that vlog. But look, the peacock in the middle.
It looks exactly, well not exactly, but it looks a lot like the wallpaper that we had have in this
A
one.
little bit. It's got a hint of
gorgeous.
dissoiseau.
Oh, it might have to go in that room then.
Yes, I absolutely love it. Peacock in the olive tree. I was going to ask what tree it was. Yeah, I could see the fruits on
Are
it
you
there.
going to be selling stuff with the print on it?
It's
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
It is beautiful.
Yes. What we're wanting to do eventually is, once the chateau's up and
Everyone's
going,
going to want to see
Yes.
this.
we would like to be able to have a place in the chateau that's kind of like a gift shop area.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
that's a
we've got
lovely
all these
idea.
chutneys and marmalades and the candles and so.
Well, I know, and this candle is incredible. So we've been passing around and smelling it for ages. Because it's a perfect smell for a library. All we need is a library,
I
darling.
love your design as well. The logo is beautiful.
Thank you.
We're going to make the winter salon into a library one day, so I've
After
got a
the
dream in the
makes
future.
sense. Yes.
It's perfect
It-
as a library.
We have,
Chapel.
we have one room that is called the library. That was the old office. It was not a true library, but we have hundreds of documents that go back to 1536.
Oh, don't tell me, he'll be so jealous.
I mean, it's
Oh,
stacks.
wow.
They're just, and it's all I mean,
Yes.
we have a wedding contract from 1760 something.
It's amazing.
So you have all the history of the place, all the architectural history.
Yes,
We're
and
missing all of that here.
yeah, it's did they take it?
No, they
No,
didn't.
but-
They had stored it in the attic, and the previous owners went to get the archives and found they'd all been eaten by mice.
Oh.
Yes.
So we don't
'Cause
have
it's
anything.
valuable.
So,
But
or it had
try
been
and find
completely
the
destroyed.
different
Yeah.
bits that we have in the 19th
That's
century,
so
and I keep
frustrating.
looking
Oh,
at
it's
that. And
awful.
I did figure out where the kitchen was.
Yeah,
Isn't it
you
within
discovered a
that?
lot since
Well,
you were
I've
here.
tried with like limited resources, but it's just such a shame. It'd be so great to have. We've got so many questions still, like
Yeah.
there's entire bits of the building that have been demolished over the years.
We weren't
We
sure
don't
about
know
where
what it
the
is.
chapel was until you saw that picture of the.
That's
Yes,
right.
exactly.
You discovered the
Exactly.
old chapel as well.
Yeah.
So many discoveries you've made.
So if you want to see more of our visit to Lalande, you can watch Jane and Tony's channel, Not Quite a Chateau DIY, which is going to appear right after this program.
It's Jane's first premiere. She promised that once she has 6,000 subscribers, she will do a premiere, and she's doing it right after our vlog. So I hope you, or we hope you tune in to Jane and make it a success.
So we have Martin and Margaret have arrived,
Yes.
and they have been busy.
Put us to shame.
They sort of did.
It's just absolutely amazing. And Martin last year said, I want to, there's one project I really want to tackle. And boy, does he ever.
Yes, and we will have that. That probably will be our Wednesday episode next week.
Yes.
You will see all the things that both Martin and Margaret are working on. And I have a project that I'm doing tomorrow with Margaret.
Yes.
That will also be part of that episode.
Fantastic.
That'll be fun. So, but for this evening, we are actually making a dinner.
Yes, so we have a dinner party planned with 4.5 course dinner. There's a course that not everyone eats, so that's why I say half course. It's squid. See? In any case.
It must be my diet meal or something.
No. Well, you miss miss one course out of 5. Having said that, no, kidding. But yes, table is set. Everything is in the oven, and
So we spent the day doing a lot of preparation
Yes.
for the dinner.
yes,
And have a
it is a
look.
wonderful morning here at the Château de Colombe. We have Margaret and Martin here, and tonight Jane and Tony are coming for a dinner party. So I am making a very typical French dish, but for springtime. So it's a parmentier de poulet et pommes de terre. So that is almost like a shepherd's pie. I have already peeled the potatoes, and it's very slow right now, but it works. I have to chop up the onions, chop up chicken. I have bacon, herbs, salt, and pepper, thyme, and I will pre-cook the carrots. I'll cut them in half and then quarter them so they're just like nice little sticks so they can look very pretty. There's a whole layer of spinach which I have chopped and cooked and has some cream in it, which I'm show later. So it's gonna be a shepherd's pie in layers. We will have French flatbread as a starter, and then it will be cheese. We have 7 or 8 different cheeses, and after that Stuart made a chocolate cake, or it's Victoria sponge, and he had a tiny bit baked in a separate dish. Oh, it was so delicious. Anyway, so I'm gonna crack on with this. I'm not gonna record everything, but on slow, because you're gonna be so bored. In any case, one thing that happened, which is quite lovely, I have to admit, someone saw me dealing with a very dull knife, and this was anonymous, send us a knife. So I'm really good at injuring myself with it. It is quite pretty and quite impressive. Has a little sharpener in it. It looks absolutely fantastic. And I'm going to use this now for the first time. Let me wash it off. Okay, wish me luck. It does help, and I mean that, when one puts the salted water on the stove so that I can actually know the time they are truly boiling. So, on yet another I digress note, up they go. They love water, not they? Oh dear, yes, that is, wow, that is quite impressive. So, thank you to the anonymous donor of this knife, very much appreciated. So the ingredients for this dish are a good kilo of potatoes, 4 large carrots, peeled and, well, sliced in these slithers. I have 3 onions that need to be chopped. I have 4 fairly large chicken breast fillets. I have about 150 grams or 200 grams of bacon. Thyme, fresh from the garden. Spinach, I got yesterday, chopped it up, cleaned it and washed it and cooked it with in salt water. Drained it, squeezed it and put cream in it and pepper and salt. It's quite lovely. And this will have Emmental and Parmesan cheese within the mashed potatoes that go on top of it, and cream and a little bit of milk, but then it's heavy whipping cream, which is just makes it so rich and delicious. And that is pretty much what's in this dish. So not much and a lot of goodness. So I chopped the onions, and the bacon was chopped already. And I'm combining them in this casserole dish, and in a little bit, once I have the chicken in small lovely cubes, I will saute that all lightly, so you don't want this mushed, but you don't want the raw chicken to go into this dish either. And after that, we can start with the potatoes. I am sauteing that now, the onions with the bacon. And I think one thing is important to talk about, at least I think it is. In France, there's so many, it's not just that there are many regions that are very, very different in their take on dishes. I mean, when most people think about coq au vin, it is chicken in red wine. However, in the Alsatian region of France, it is made with dry white wine. So it's we have to really think about France as a patchwork, a quilt of hundreds of absolutely delicious and fascinating cuisines that is stitched together and makes cooking and food in France so unique. So this is almost done. It's about 5-7 minutes or so. What I'm putting in now, or I already did put in about 100 milliliters of chicken stock and a good measure of cream, so that there is a nice silky sauce at the bottom of this dish. And the chicken is not completely cooked, so that is really quite important. It was to a quick boil, but that's it, and nothing more. And on the other hand, here the potatoes, they haven't boiled yet, so they will cook for 20 minutes. Then I will strain them, and once they're strained, I will put them back in a pot, mash them with Parmesan cheese, Emmentaler cheese, cream, and some milk for good measure, pepper, salt, and nutmeg, or muscat nut. So that is it. It's coming to a boil, and that's it. Turn it off. One more stir, and this can now sit until we are ready to assemble our parmentier. This dish is not for the people who have cholesterol issues, unfortunately. I'm one of them. I'm eating it anyways. Okay, so that was the last bit of... I had already cream in there, but it was still too green for my taste, so that spinach, it's one of the layers of this wonderful dish. And I'm going to put the dish together now. all the food is ready, but one dish. I still need to put a starter in the oven.
Right.
And we're heading down
Right now. To have the dinner.
Now, if you like this episode, please like, subscribe, and recommend us to your friends and family. That really helps us. And if you want to support the renovation of the chateau, join us on Patreon. And one more thing. Please join us at our friends Tony and Jane's Not Quite a Chateau DIY, their first premiere.
And they will be having on more video of our afternoon tea at Lalande.
Thank you so much for watching.
We'll see you next time.
See you Wednesday. Goodbye. Au revoir.
If you enjoyed this video, please use the like feature to let us know. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our Journey to the Chateau YouTube channel if you would like to see more. Once you've subscribed, you can tap the notification bell in order to ring it, which will allow you to receive all notifications from our channel. Thank you.